Good day all. My name is Oluwafemi Ogunle, Facility Management Professional. In continuation of our series on effective facility management, over time we have been talking on occupant services, how you can recognize occupant services, how you can satisfy your occupant, what are the indices that you need to measure to know if you are actually on the right track. So for the videos for now and probably throughout December, we're going to be looking at monitor occupant satisfaction. Monitor occupant satisfaction. Under this monitor occupant satisfaction, we're going to be looking at occupant satisfaction defined, occupant satisfaction described, because there are so many levels of occupant satisfaction. Satisfaction to one occupant may not be satisfaction to the next occupant. So we're going to be looking at how you can satisfy your typical type of occupant. So just giving you a preamble, just a small ways you can know if you're actually satisfying your occupant. Then part of what we're going to be discussing in our next videos in December is going to be workplace design and space. Workplace design and space. Then the third one is service coefficient defined. The last one is satisfaction, just basically satisfaction. So let's quickly go into occupant satisfaction described. Occupant satisfaction is important because it indicates customers' approval, which is critical to the success of any business. Once there is no customer approval, your business success has a leg. So you must watch out and try to attain customers approval, customers satisfaction in anything that you are doing, most especially when it relates to facility management. Because as facility managers, we are there to make life easy for our occupants. Serving customers stroke occupants well is a vital step towards success and the facility's ability to fulfill its mission. The comfort, the confidence, the productivity of occupants is at the core of facility's purpose. The delivery of excellent occupant services should be seamless and invisible. Quality occupant service is motivated and determined by several considerations. So we're going to be looking at those considerations and how you can achieve quality occupant services. The considerations are as follows. You may have to look at occupants to customers, determine what defines quality to them, not the facility manager or the owner. The occupant determines what is their quality, not you, the facility manager, that will determine the quality for your occupant. There should be continuous improvement, not simply sustaining the current status. Oh, I have attained on 90%. Let me maintain that 90%. There must be continuous improvement on your KPI. Study your SLA, your service level agreement, very well, and continue to increase your KPI. That's how you achieve customer satisfaction. The facility manager and the owners or management need to be willing to measure occupant satisfaction. There's one thing for the willingness to measure. You must have that willpower to measure occupant satisfaction. Then the facility manager, the maintenance staff, and all contractors should be willing to measure occupant satisfaction. The facility manager, the maintenance staff, and contractors, all subcontractors, all vendors should be willing also to be measured through occupant surveys and other feedbacks. I don't want anybody to measure my performance as facility manager. In fact, you are there for you to be measured always. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you going. It keeps you to know where you have to improve on. The facility manager must also use total quality management approach to determine to measure, monitor, and improve occupant satisfaction. Staff and contractors should be held accountable to meet the expectation of both the facility manager and the occupant. Also, staff and contractors are to be aware. They must understand and be knowledgeable on how to communicate with the occupant, how to respond to them, and how to include feedbacks in their work plans and survey. All this is just towards satisfying the occupant. As facility managers professionals, as building owners, as executive decision makers, it is right and hard for us to always measure occupant satisfaction, because we are there because of the occupant. And if the occupant is not satisfied, we have not done our work. We have not been effective, and we must make sure that we are effective. Once we are effective, once there's an effective facility management, you will not be a cost center to your occupant, but you will be an added value, an added advantage for them, because you are making their process of production seamless. You are making their life seamless, and that's why we are there. Till we see in our next video, we are going to be looking at the next one. I want to thank you once again. My name remains Oluwafemi Ogunleye. Thank you all.